Hello and welcome back to our masterclass of Dirk Badler. Today I would like to introduce you our class 272-160-362-01. This machine is equipped with a special feature of TreeFlex device. I will explain you for which application you would need this. Before I start, I will explain you something about the sewing head. The 272 stands for single needle double lock stitch machine. 7 stands for flatbed machine. The 2 stands for bottom and needle feed machine. And in the subclass 160-362, the first 6 stands for a stitch length area of 0 to 6 millimeter stitch length possible on the machine. And the second 6 stands for a horizontal hook as a large formation. That means the normal hook size or the normal bobbin size is this size, and the large hook has this size, a diameter of 28 millimeter. The machine is equipped with the control panel OP1000 and has automatic functions like electropneumatic thread trimmer, foot lift, back tacking. The maximum stitch length on the machine is 4,000 stitches per minute, and the machine is used for medium to heavy weight materials in garment field. So this special equipment here is as an option available in combination with the E33. We are offering here the Z116027-201. I will explain in detail in the next step what is this and what for we need. So the typical application with TreeFlex is closing and basting of jacket, coat, blazer outer pockets. So what does this mean? I do have a jacket here, a jacket outer pocket. And if you buy a jacket, normally the pockets are closed. So they are stitched from inside and stitched from inside to keep the shape of the pocket, to keep the nice view of the pocket. And normally it is stitched, that means based from inside with a long loose stitch, and the buyer or the person who is wearing the jacket can open this seam afterwards to use the pocket. So here I have another application. Let's say this is my front panel, and we have prepared the pocket like this. So that means the double welt is attached, one pocket bag is attached, and now we are coming to the next applications which I would do here with my TreeFlex special application on the machine. So what I would do is, the first application is closing the pocket bags with a normal stitch length, let's say 2.5 millimeter, and with a normal thread tension, with seam beginning and seam end, maybe with stitch condensing or back tacking. So that means we are, if I take my sample again, I am attaching the pocket bag first here, and then I close left and right side with the normal stitch length. This is standard in every production. So, and now the second application would be basting the pocket opening with a long stitch with a loose thread tension, because again, afterwards the buyer or the person who is wearing the jacket, they want to easily open the basting seam to use the pocket. So if you're not using our machine with a TreeFlex application, where we can switch between normal stitch lengths and long stitch lengths, between normal thread tension and loose thread tension. You need in the production two machines, one to close the pocket bag and another machine for basting operations. That means two machines, two operators to stitch and close this pocket. We do all in one, that means one operator, one machine here. Means after closing the pocket bag, I switch the machine to a long stitch length of 6 mm with a loose thread tension and without back tacking at seam beginning and end. And this is only switched by touching a button. So here we see it as an example. This is the example I have shown. The pocket welt is done. On one side the pocket bag is attached. And then I am attaching the second part of the pocket bag and close the pocket bag left and right with normal stitch length, normal thread tension. And the next application would be the basting operation. So we are basting the pocket with long stitch lengths and very loose thread tension. So this all three operations we can do on the 272.160.362 as a standard. So this is the machine equipped with a TreeFlex application. You can see the TreeFlex. This is mounted here on the right side of the machine and a second thread tension on the machine. This is easy recognizable. So we are closing the pocket bag first and afterwards we are basting the pocket bag. This will be shown in the next part of the video. First of all, I am attaching the pocket bag on the top of the pocket. I turn my material, close the pocket bag on one side and close the pocket bag on the other side. And afterwards, I am basting my pocket opening. So here again with the front jacket part, the same application, attaching the pocket bag on the top, closing my pocket bag on one side, closing the pocket bag on the other side, and baste the pocket opening afterwards. So you see it here, stitched with normal and loose long stitches for the basting. The performance here is approximately 750 pockets in 8 hours working time. Here you see a production video, a little faster than the first application. So the operator is closing the pocket bag, basting it, and switch here quickly on and off the basting. So just by touch button, switching from one stitch length, a tight thread tension, to a long stitch length with loose thread tension. Very quick change and all on one operation. Okay, good. Now coming to the TreeFlex application Z116 and what it contains. So we have two preset or two pre-adjustable stitch lengths. That means we have the normal stitch lengths here, one for forward stitching, one for backward stitching, and the Triflex application would be the second stitch length here, adjustable for long stitch lengths. Then we do have two pre-adjustable thread tensions, means the standard thread tension and the additional thread tension for extra loose stitch length thread tension. So, and depending on the position of the switches, so we have here switches, I can activate or deactivate only the stitch lengths, only the thread tension, or a combination of both. I can use it by switching on and off using this button to activate or deactivate the functions. The configuration of the machine would look like this. We choose the machine class 272.160.362 with the E33. This is a special sewing equipment for the applications of decorative stitching or the Triflex devices. Then we do have a device here for electropneumatic device for sewing with two preset thread tensions and two different stitch lengths. That means the Triflex device. Then in case necessary, you could add an edge guide at the side, choose a stand set with tabletop, maintenance unit is required, and a pneumatic connection package. So that was my presentation for our Triflex application, and now I would like to show you it practically on the machine. So this is now our 272-160.362 subclass, and here the machine is equipped with a special Triflex device. You can easily recognize it. You have three different options for the stitch lengths. The first one here is the stitch length for long stitches. The second one here is for back tacking stitches. And the third one is for normal stitch lengths. Next to this on the right side, you have switches here where you can activate only a long stitch length or a combination of long and short stitch lengths or a combination of long, short and loose thread tension. Coming to the thread tension, this is our standard thread tension on the machine, and for the Triflex application we do have a second thread tension which will be activated or deactivated depending if I want to have a tight thread tension or a loose thread tension. Means I switch on or off and then I have a tight or a loose one. So switching from long to short stitch lengths, this will also change because this is for long and short stitch lengths. So now I would like to show you the application. So I have prepared one sample here, which has a pocket welt, and on one side we have attached the pocket bag already simultaneously on the pocket welding machine. And now I would attach the pocket bag to the top part. And here I would stitch with normal stitch lengths with back tack in the beginning and in the end. And I would attach my pocket bag on the top side of my pocket. My function here is deactivated. I'm turning my fabric now and closing the pocket bag on the right and left side. So, and now you can see here, it is stitched, right side, left side, and normal stitch lengths here. And now I have to baste my pocket. So that means what I do is, I'm closing my pocket here and baste my pocket with long stitch lengths and a loose thread tension. I can activate it here with this switch, stitch it, cut the thread, and then the basting stitch is done without back tacking, long stitches, and a very loose thread tension here. So this is the application on our 272 with the Triflex application, and I hope this was interesting for you, because this saves a lot of application for you, because instead of using two machines, one with closing pocket bag, the other for basting, you can do two on one machine only with one operator, and you can save time and handling time in your production. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation and looking forward to see you at our next presentation. Thank you very much and have a nice day.